What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carlos, the Line Dance Prince. Let me know if y'all can. Oh, let me take that off. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Where you tuning in from? Good afternoon. Chi-Town. Oh, it's still good morning for you in the Chi-Town then, huh? What's up, Joe? What's up, Ebony? Thank you. Shelly, what's up? What's up, Tara? Carmen, what's up? Tracy, be more in the house. Virginia Beach. Philly in the building. Yep, it's Tuesday. I had to find my tripod, set this stuff back up, get back into this pod mode. Um, but yeah, this episode, because episode 42, we're gonna title it "We Did It." Because that's what we're gonna title this episode. Um, we did it with minimal hiccups. With every major event, you can learn, get better, take from one, bring it to the next. But yeah, we had a good time, man. Shout out to everybody who packed their patience. What's up, Charmaine? That girl, she done got proposed to on the cruise ship, boy. Congratulations. It was so much going on out there. People didn't know what happened. People thought I had proposed to somebody. They were like, "Carlos, congratulations, Carlos, I heard you." I was like, whoa. About 20 people came up to me. "Congratulations, Carlos." I'm like, whoa, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Charmaine was running around that day. Oh my God, oh my God. That was awesome. That was an awesome moment. Yeah, we were able to knock out a lot of stuff, man. Like not just delivering on the ship. You know, some people pointed it out earlier this weekend. Did you really pay attention to the ship? Like that was an art ship. So like artwork. They actually had an art museum in there. I don't know if you got a chance to check that out. Um, it was nice stuff. And actually, the stuff was for sale too. Throughout the ship. And if you're into the arts, um, that definitely was the ship for you. Even when you look in the atrium lobby, and it goes up all the way to Lido, you can see all the different artwork throughout, um, in the hallways. Then we was able to deliver with the shows. Um, the Motown show, the Back in the Day group, they definitely delivered. Both shows was amazing. Our comics, Mike J and Donna Lewis, and all that entertainment right there basically is homegrown. Back in the days from Virginia, Donna, Mike, that's Virginia. I'm from Virginia, so I do appreciate all of the VA people holding down the entertainment part. Of course, adding a splash of Q on top of that increases the entertainment factor. Um, so that was uh, a privilege. Um, and people who don't attend my events can kind of see why I rock with and roll with the people I roll with, because the talent was on display all week. If you're trying to figure out why Q be at all my stuff and I have her co-hosting with me on pretty much everything that I do, the talent's on display. You see it. The DJs, these 10 DJs right here, these my dudes, these my women, these my. If any questions you had, uh, the talent was on display from entertainment all the way to the DJs to the MCs, people on the microphones, Robert Johnson Jr., Roz, uh, uh, James Carr, and um, the talent was on display. We had the cheerleaders out there when y'all was getting on the ship, with the greeters and the people who helped out with the muster station drills and all that stuff for the safety briefings and all of that. Like the help, the talent, the effort was top notch, and I appreciate everybody that was a part of making this historic event amazing. Like it was, and you could tell everybody wasn't outside of themselves. Everybody was doing things that they just naturally do great. Kind of what Natalie just said. It was organic talent on display. Like, and um, when you have people doing what they do, it's easy. People can Carlos, what you need me to do? Just be you. Q had never did a comedy show before. Me and Q have never hosted comedy before. I hosted the first show. She hosted the second show, and she came up there in the back, backstage. She was like, what do I do? I said, look, just go out there, be unapologetically you, and introduce these comics. And she went out there, and y'all saw what happened. Like we really did. Yeah. When y'all was coming on that ship, it was hyping y'all up, boy. Hmm. And it's easy to work with people when they do what they do to the highest level and take ownership of it. Anybody that had a job on there took ownership of it. So that's the hard thing about getting people to do. People want to do what you do. People want to they don't like they roll. They want to do what what you do. And when people come on there and take ownership of stuff, you ain't got to worry about it because ain't nobody gonna do your stuff like you. Y'all saw how Mr. Charles took ownership of that military appreciation ceremony. Everybody was blown away by the military appreciation ceremony. The carnival staff said, "Yeah, we got to step up our military appreciation ceremony because we don't do nothing like this." And it made people feel special. It made people feel honored, and a lot of people got that that moment that they never got before with their family and their friends all in attendance, uh, honoring them and being on that stage. Like Mr. Charles took ownership of that. Sharima came in and helped him out. They took ownership of that event. And when people come in there and do that, it make it easy. I ain't asked Sharima to be nobody but herself. She came in there and she was unapologetically her from the time that plane landed in Miami to the time she got stranded on the way home and stuck in the airport. she was still being her the whole time, the whole process. And it's easy to work with people like that when we all different. We all from different walks of life. We all from different backgrounds. We all come from, like you said, military, corporate America, whatever. Uh, everybody was just being them, and that's the best part about the Latinx community. When we all come together, when we don't separate ourselves by how much money we make or what we look like or man, that floor, different body types, colors, shapes, backgrounds. We out there just getting it in, loving on each other. To threesome every single night. Threesome. We got people out there dancing. We got people playing cards. We got people, we joking around, cracking on each other. We in the hot tub. We in the pools. You know, we doing a little bit of both. Some of y'all in the pool, then y'all song come on, y'all get out and dance. This at the bar. People was sharing their drink packages and what little black folk being black folk, man. And it was an amazing, amazing time. Yeah, it was for everybody to attend. Hmm. Yeah, give Mr. Charles his flowers, please. He did that. Joe said, "What lesson or major change would you make to further improve looking back?" Um, the first one we talked about it. Stefan brought it up on his pod on his. He was DJing yesterday, and I had mentioned it halfway through the cruise. The lineup was killer, and uh, and I probably won't deviate too much from the lineup that we had, but and this is for myself too. But for real, people that was working didn't have the same experience as the other 2,950 people. So if it was 50 of us working all the time, the other 2,950 people got a different experience. Like we enjoyed you having a good time, but like none of my DJs got the full experience because the ship is so big and we had so many parties going on at once. Which I don't understand is we are really a family. So like you have rarely seen an event that Stefan was at that Quan won't at, right? And I'm talking about across the country. Like if you most time if you see Steph at an event, Quan there, or if you see a lot of these people that we had on the team, they usually go to the same events. So to be on a cruise for a week, like John Woodhouse, they working in separate locations and not partying together. And when they're usually used to being together and working, running around, jumping on the floor, dancing together, like outside of the pre-party at the Miami Beach Convention Center, they didn't get a chance to like really enjoy it. And the crazy thing about it, these are like some of the closest people to me in line dancing. So I'm running around with meetings with Carnival. I'm having meetings with the DJs. I'm having meetings every morning at 8 o'clock with everybody, always helping about the staff. And then making sure everybody in the place is running around and rah-rah doing what she's doing and running around. Like we not really enjoying it. And so I initially staggered the DJs so, they can kind of like be out and about. But when you love what you do, you're going to stick throughout the whole process to make sure it's complete. So like we had a 4-hour party, it would be a 2-hour set, say it's 2-hour set for DJ Pleasure and a 2-hour set for John Woodhouse. A lot of times they would both be there for the whole 4 hours because they want to make sure they covering you good. You gotta go to the bathroom, bro, straight, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. So what I'll probably do is let everybody just rock their party out. So basically every segment of parties, half the DJs is off. So instead of just, so I would stagger them differently. And so everybody can correct. So instead of, y'all splitting 4-hour party, one person will rock that whole party. And so if we do every party like that, pretty much half our DJs will be able to enjoy the ship. But so say we have a day party. The day party is 4 hours. Instead of 5 places with 10 DJs staggered, it'll just be 5 DJs and 5 locations. So 5 DJs will be off during that day party. But then the next 5 DJs will be DJing all the 5 parties at the night. So we'll rotate it like that. And that way you will always be off during a segment, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing small segments, 2 hours, you'll just do a whole 4 hours. That way we can rotate it like that. I just want everybody to be able to bask in it and enjoy it and run around and yeah, Glow. And it's like that. A lot of people didn't know that. If you didn't line dance, what we was gonna do. Man, we had so much stuff going on. Like, I don't think people understand truly how many people 3,000 people is. Like, most events you go to got 300, 400. When I say 3,000, this how people we had. When we did that 80s versus 90s R&B event, me and Q, y'all see the videos. The room was packed. That auditorium holds 1,300 people. Now, if you go to some of the videos, the all-white night on Lido was jumping. This is the same time as the 90s, the 80s and 90s R&B event had went on. So like we got 1,300 people in the show. Meanwhile, there's about 700 on Lido. There's about 200 in the Alfred's Lounge. We got about another 200 in the nightclub. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people everywhere dancing, doing stuff. And we got 1,300 people with us watching the show. Like, and the casino's still open. Like, it's so much stuff going on. Like, you cannot be bored. So even if, and half this, most of the show was all line dancers too. They knew they was going to be dancing anyway. Once they got out of that show, they were able to go back to the parties. Because the show was only like an hour and a half. So once they finished the show, they went right back outside to the parties. But it's great. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, we had 500. I ended up being 600 people total. Oh, you talking about 2019? Yeah, that was 500. Yeah, 2023, we had 600 people. But yeah. Yeah, that white night, like, people don't understand how much stuff there was to do. Like, people like that's too much dancing. We doing too much dancing. You can always take a break from dancing and go do something. They got the spa open. You want to get massages, you want to get your hair done, get your nails done. They got a full gym. The gym is amazing. They offer spin classes on there. If you ride, the bike, they got a track on board, basketball court. They had the pickleball tournament. I saw that video. I saw the champions of the pickleball tournament. They did the mini golf and the ping pong and cornhole. I saw been up there playing cornhole. Like, not to mention, the 2 stops in the Bahamas. So like, it's always something to do, even if you want to take a break from line dancing. But if you want to keep line dancing, we had plenty. We had plenty of line dance. People was worried about, well, I'm an advanced line dancer. Do I want to go on Carlos Cruz because they be baby dancing and all that? I was going to post it on here, but I ain't going to do them like that. Y'all saw the picture of John Woodhouse. We was woo out. All right, listen. Dancing was got. You ain't got to worry about dancing. That was covered. Check. Exactly. People was line dancing everywhere, all the time, all over. Jennifer, tell them. It was crazy. It was crazy. People dancing in the casino. I'm like, yo, can people gamble in peace? Y'all get your feet out the casino. Go in the hallway. Y'all go in. Y'all saw the airports? They in the airport going crazy. They in the airport going bananas in there. Fort Lauderdale airport. They dancing. They dancing in the Miami airport. People stuck in Orlando dancing. People stuck in Dallas dancing. They dancing all over the place. Dancing. One thing we gonna do, when I told y'all we had 10 DJs, what y'all thought we was gonna do? And then when y'all see who they is, y'all been around, y'all know what time it is. All y'all favorite line dancing, all y'all choreographers who didn't make it, who thought it was gonna be a baby party, all of y'all dances got played, and it was 1,000 people on Lido doing y'all dance, enjoying the ocean breeze, and y'all supposed to have been there to experience it with us. Like, I don't understand like that visual. How would you want to miss that moment of history? Like your dance being played, everybody loving on it, and we out there. What? Mm, mm, mm. It was dancing on the island. They done took over the people's stuff. They, hey, it was not supposed to be a party in Nassau. They done took over the people's stuff. Grabbed their microphone, told them what to play. Listen, Dan, you ain't got to worry about that. When 3,000 black people walk into an area to do anything, it's gonna get done. It ain't nothing you really can do. But do it, right? And to reiterate on how many people, I don't think y'all realize how many people that were. Like, it's people that I didn't get a chance to see that was on there, but I see their posts and knew they were on there. Like, how I'm laying in the bed, like, hold on, she on here? I didn't know he was on here. Hold on. And and because we had the option to in the fun times we listed the DJs and the level, what to expect in every area of the ship. People still stuck with their favorites. Like, they just ain't, it was hard for you to leave your room or your party. So you might be, say you follow Chops, you going with Chops, and he in there killing it. So you might know that, there's 4 other parties you can go to, or you might want to go peek into the stepping in the ballroom class, whatever. But you think every time you get ready to leave, you drop another one of your favorites. He's like, damn. And so that's why a lot of people didn't see people, because you ain't really club hop. You really ain't party hop. Some of y'all picked the location and rocked with it all night, which is cool. That's an option. You can do that. Me, I'm an outdoorsman. I like to be outside. So I would pick the Lido a lot over, other areas. But man, the only time I really party hopped, I think, was the first night, because I had to make sure everybody was plugged in right. Everybody was doing, everybody was straight. So that's the only reason why I made it to all the rooms. And maybe the third night. But that second night, oh no. That second night, I ain't never leave Lido. I ain't gonna lie to you. When Quan and Steph was up there, nah, I ain't never leave Lido. Michelle said she was all over that thing. Tamika said she was getting off the ship right while we was getting on. Yeah, I heard. See, did so much exploring by myself and had fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, look, Lido on Tuesday, but I don't think that would ever, 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 ever be duplicated. That joint was crazy. Yeah, Alfred's was rocking. So the night, so the crazy thing about the night of that Tuesday night, I wasn't running around everywhere, but Angie Causey was. So Angie came up to the DJ booth and was showing me video footage of every party that was going on. Bruh, it was. So Lido, of course, that was going bananas. But remember, I don't think y'all know how many people 3,000 people is. Like when she showed me the club, like Rondi had the club going crazy. People was hanging outside in the hallway, dancing in the club and out in the club. Then they had the atrium down there rocking. The atrium was going crazy. Like, oh my God. I think Rara was down there. Then they had the Alfred's Lounge. That jump was jumping like crazy. That was the bananas night right there. Like, and it's crazy because I'm thinking it can't get no better than where we at. And the whole ship rocking like that. The whole ship was rocking. And I feel like Monday night was okay, but people were so tired from Miami. But people was getting to Miami Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We dancing at the pre-party for 6 hours, and they walking around South Beach doing all that. And then, of course, the traveling and checking in and sail away party. So I thought Monday night was okay, but then everybody kind of settled in Tuesday night. Everybody had their legs back. Man, that joint was crazy. Who she said? She said, if you missed the 80s versus 90s, I hate it for you. Hey, hey, we had a ball in that joint. I'm telling you, we had a ball in there. All right. Elegant night. I never ate in the dining room. I missed all the elegant nights. The first night, the second night, the third night. Never ate dinner in there. That was the only time I got a chance to get a break. Y'all was killing me. I was eating in my room. Miami wore our ass. Man, Miami killed everybody. That if you came to the party in at Ocean's 10 on Saturday for that day party, Miami was Miamian. Like when I said the sun came out, it said, hey, how y'all doing? The sun was killing us. We still out there with our drinks and frozen drinks, dancing and singing, hugging on each other. Some people ain't even checked into the hotel yet. They plane landed. They checked their luggage in at the hotel because they couldn't get into their rooms yet and came straight to South Beach. I think Isha and a couple other people came with their luggage to the day party. Like, it was crazy. Like, listen, that joint was crazy. Yeah, Miami was crazy, y'all. When I wanted to complain about Ocean's 10, I had to remind myself that we got blessed with that. Because I don't think y'all know how hard it is to get your own venue with an outside and an inside, a stage, a dance floor, and the sound system that they had on South Beach for free. We did the impossible. We did the impossible. Because when I was emailing him before I got there and then finally talked to him on the phone, he wanted me to pay an average of $75 per person for that spot. So he wanted crazy money. He wanted like, $20,000, $30,000. Now I'm like, oh no, bro, we just want somewhere to hang out. And I said, I've been to Ocean's 10 too many times, and I know during the daytime, y'all don't have nobody there. So, y'all be jumping at night, South Beach at nighttime, y'all be jumping. But in the daytime, y'all have nobody there. So when I landed on Wednesday, me and T went up there. We had drove back. And I was like, came back around the block, Ocean Drive, pulled up with the metallic red Cybertruck. All the staff was like, who's that? I jumped out, valeted, Went inside, talked to the manager. I was like, yo, I'm the dude that you talked to, last couple weeks ago. Yo, we got a whole cruise ship, bro. Ain't nobody in here right now. It's the daytime. It's gonna be the same way on Saturday. Let me pack this spot out. You're gonna make money. Just make sure you got the staff here because we bringing a whole, I don't know how many seats in here, but we gonna fill it up. And he said, bet. And I guess he didn't believe, like they always do, he didn't believe he was gonna bring that many people. So he was willing to break all kind of deals. He was like, I'm gonna give y'all 30% off the food, 30% off the drinks. I guess he thinking it's only gonna be about 15 people, so he willing to take 30% off stuff. I was like, all right, cool. So I go back to the room, make that post to y'all like, yo, we got a party, we gonna be here. Y'all get in a couple of days, we got the South Beach party going on, blah, blah, blah. Bro, they had 2 bartenders, 3 wait staff, and we walk in there, it's about 400 people in there. When I said we packed that place out, he didn't believe us. The manager had to go hide upstairs because he was so embarrassed that and we made it work. People finally got their food and drinks and stuff like that. But when you get a spot for free and it's understaffed, we really can't complain too much. We made the best of it. They didn't want to let us use our DJs. We end up making them a playlist, and you just play the playlist, whatever. But we made it do what it do, man. And like to get a restaurant venue on Ocean Drive on South Beach with a stage, dance floor, sound system like that, 2 bars inside, outside, the ambiance of it, the night for free. For free. We ain't nothing to talk about. At that point, I was ready to go back there and work the bar. At that point. All right, what y'all need? You good? But Shannon, I'm used to that. Everywhere I go. Even when we got the spot at the mall, they went, we're gonna give you a shot. We don't know if you can. We're just trying to increase the traffic flow at the mall. We don't know. People's done line dancing here before, but it wasn't, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, just give me them keys. And we know. That's right, Michelle. God is good all the time. So that's why I said we got on that cruise ship. People were wore out. People were wore out. Wore out. Whoa, we didn't say war. Wore out. It was wore out. You said she was on there trying food that she never tried. That's how I be. I tell everybody, if you go in them dining rooms on a cruise ship and they be having all that stuff on the menu, it's free. Man, we be having frog legs and all that stuff and delicacies and stuff. Man, you can try anything. If you ain't never tried it before, try it and get something else. They don't let you know that. You can get multiple entrees on there. I be wearing them out, boy. You can't even pronounce half the stuff on the menu. Let me get some of the able to eat. They be trying to correct you and stuff because you can't say it right. Yeah, some of that. Let me get some of that. Mm-hmm. See, look, she had escargot for the first time. Let me get some of that escargot. Yeah, she on there eating snails. Yeah, just you know. Exactly. I'm the same way. I'm getting two of everything. You know, they get me bring up them little shrimps. Man, I'm gonna do with these 4 shrimp. Let me get two of those. Let me get two of them. They had a little house salad. I get a house salad, 2 bowls of the shrimp. They bring it to me. I just throw the shrimp in the salad, give them the bowls back. I be making my own stuff. I be acting so black in there. It's crazy. Mm. Yeah, you better you paid for it. Y'all be in there trying to act all cute. Man, listen. We paid for that. Yep, the steakhouse is nice. So I did that when we did the test cruise. We did the same ship in April. I did the steakhouse. It was nice. Cheryl said she had the escargot for the first time. Yep. Emily said I got 2 salads messed up and got 2 entrees. I was so yeah. Cause the thing about it is, you know, when you come out of there, you about to dance till 3 o'clock. So you about to work all that food. That's just carbs for dancing. That's all that is. See, the vegan food in the dining room was amazing. I had shrimp cocktail and had some other really good meals. The flavor was fire. Double or triple. Yeah, you paid for it, Rima. You paid for it. Eat it. So you made shrimp salad too. Yeah, hey, we black folk gonna be black. That's what we do. We'll make some shit up now. Oh, the seafood bar? Oh, y'all saw my picture. Them crab legs was crazy. So I had ordered the crab legs, clam chowder, and the 2 lobster rolls. He tried to bring them out separately. I said, no. I'm going back to my room. So, took out one of them big old trays, put the bowl of clam chowder in the middle, put the crab legs on the side, the lobster rolls and the fries and that. Man, I went to that room and went to whoa. Juice was cracking, flying everywhere. And they seasoned the hell out of them crab legs. Oh my God. Them crab legs was crazy. Mm, mm. Lana said this is the first time I didn't gain weight. We were doing so much dancing and walking. You ain't. Oh yeah, that the snack buffet. Yeah, people ain't know about that. I told y'all I stay open to 2:30 in the morning. So normally we just had the pizza joint in the back. But now Carnival got this snack buffet when they got the chicken tenders and sandwiches and wraps and fries and cookies and cakes and all type of stuff back there. You just putting everything on. You got hot dog. You just putting all type of just people's plates was looking ignorant. You got pizza on your plate, hot dogs on your plate, chicken tenders on your plate, cookies on the plate, French fries, uh, sandwiches on there. I said, black folk, we just, we terrible. She said, shout out to the Ziploc bags and plate covers that I packed. I was in my room, nom, nom, nom. She even said I was in there yelling, being loud as hell. Being loud as they said. Cheeseburgers. Man, them burgers, the burgers is legendary. Them guys' burgers is legendary. 2 of the days, the line was just too long, man. I love it. That's why I didn't get off the boat. When y'all was on the islands and stuff, I was eating them burgers for the first time. Like, yeah, I finally get in line. Weighing that stuff out, boy. The the little taco joint, we get the little bowls with the shrimp and the chicken and the rice and the beans and the And fries, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it was. I don't know what happened with that joint. It was that one day that them grits weren't grits. Like the last day, the grits was regular grits. I don't know what that was they had up there. Some cream of wheat or something. I don't know what that was. That was not grits. And they normally be all right with their grits, but I don't know what that was. Like the second to last day, I was staring at that thing, and I put it sign said grits. I put it on there. And even when I was putting it on, I said, this ain't, it looks different. I don't, but I'm black. I'm from the South. I'm still putting it on my plate. Man, I sat down. I said, man, what is this? I tried to put some salt, pepper on that thing. I was like, I don't know. Somebody, they must have ran out of shit. They must have made some shit up back there. We ate so much stuff. But shout out to the man on the omelet station. What, an omelet station? The fruit was fresh. Oh yeah, Carnival don't play about their fruit. That's part of the thing. We saw that outside when we was loading, where they bring in the fresh fruit for our cruise, and they got a guy there checking it, make sure it's fresh. And it's easy to get fresh fruit in Florida, so that's the one thing you ain't got to worry about. Yeah, I thought it was cheese grits. So I'm like, what is this? What? She said, them omelets. She said, I don't even eat egg like that. She tore them omelets up. Yeah. Put them pineapples in my water. Yeah, that joint was all right, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad y'all came and enjoyed yourself, man. That was, you talking about food, the Caribbean, black folk, dancing, black folk stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this, I ain't saying about this yet, but it was about 20 some people on board that I know for a fact had issues with people prior to the cruise. And I want to shout you out and thank you guys for letting bygones be bygones. Like during that week, y'all danced. I danced beside two of y'all and I knew y'all hated each other for real. But everybody was smiling, everybody was dancing, having a good old time, and then a few other situations that I know could have went off, didn't go off. And I appreciate y'all that for the cause, for the culture. Y'all came on there with your best smiles, your best energy, put all that stuff to the side, knowing this is one of the most historic events and not mess it up. And for us to try to do it again, we try to keep our reputation with these cruise lines good. They already got a bad image of black folks on ships. And they was highly impressed. Them, the crew staff and the people that the workers, they told us, they was like, yo, we did not expect this group to be easygoing. They said it was the easiest group they ever been with. And I told them, I said, the line dance community ain't like that. Them videos y'all be seeing that go viral with them young people fighting and doing all that, that's not our community. And as much trash talking as our community do, at the end of the day, that's not our community. We don't really get down like that. Yes, grown up energy. That's right. You said the cousins were well behaved. That's right. Yep. Yeah, shout out to Lady Snapshot. She's still posting videos. Man, she's sending me so many videos and posting so many. And she's still posting videos from the pre-party in Miami. She didn't really get into the videos from the cruise yet. She posting so much stuff. Shout out to Lady Snapshot, man. Snapshot. Now, I didn't even get a chance to get the cake they made for me. Me and my mom. I didn't even get a chance. I didn't even get to see it like in flesh. I seen it in the picture. I didn't even get to really see it like in real life, in real time. But yeah, shout out to Lady Snapshot, man. She capturing all the moments from the sail away party, pre-party, and all them smiling faces, and when y'all was getting on the ship, and when y'all was in the terminal, and getting on the buses and all that, y'all, you know. He said my fat ass stayed with a plate from Gas Fries in the Caribbean place. Did y'all go? No. Did some of y'all didn't know this place existed though? Did you know inside of Lido, once you go inside, go upstairs on 10 inside Lido, they got that barbecue spot with the barbecue and the potatoes and the what? Did y'all see? Did y'all go in there? Man, listen. Well, I was sucking on bones on it. Put that brown sugar barbecue sauce on that. Man, listen. I was killing them. I got up there one time. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, y'all know how, people, oh, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? When I got up there, I got offended. Somebody later was like, oh, can I get a picture? I said, can I get my plate? Please, wait. Let me get my plate first, please. Can you got food? Can I get food? That's all. And whoever that lady was, I promise you, I was not being an ass. I was locked in. And sometimes I want to eat too. I want to have, I was like, let me just get to the barbecue buffet, please. It's like a soul food spot up top. People didn't even know that spot even existed. It's like in the cut. So like when you go in the Lido, like take you outside where we dance at. You go inside and they got them first bars, buffets. Keep going. Then you get to the second portion of the inside. You can go in the middle and then stairs that go up. When you go up to the inside of the second level, it's a barbecue soul food spot up there. They used to have greens in that joint. They took the greens out this cruise. I don't know what happened. I said, well, y'all ain't got no cabbage or no green beans. Y'all ain't got no collards or nothing. But listen, but I told that one, I said, let me get my food. I hope she ain't taking offense to. I know I came back and took a picture with her. I was like, listen, I'm locked in. Let me let me get my food. Hey, y'all be forgetting I'm human too, man. Shoot, I be smelling that stuff. I feel like a cartoon character. I start floating up the steps to the food. Shoot. Yeah, they had the mac and cheese and stuff. Yeah, listen. I know I'm lactose, so I won't even try it. Like if I would have tried the mac and cheese, I wouldn't have saw me till Wednesday. It smelled and looked good though. Like if you was into that soul food type stuff, man, they had every unhealthy thing over there, boy. And yep, it used to be called Pig and Ankle. Yeah, that's when they had the greens and stuff. That when they had more stuff on it. It's limited now. It's like it had like 4 or 5 items, but it's still good. But back when it was called Pig and Anchor, what? Cause that was I found out about it on the last cruise with Moochie, 2023. Moochie came through there with that place. I said, man, where you get that from? And they had it outside on the like the balcony part of the ship, and they had the spread was crazy. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely lactose intolerant. Oh yeah, some of that stuff I had to pass on it, or it would have been the last day of the trip. They'd have brought the helicopter out to get me. Like, helivac, go come get him. It would have been the poop cruise for real. What's up, Aaron? Nah, man, we just reminiscing on here, man. That good food, boy. People was on there. We was eating our ass off, boy. I ain't gonna tell you. No lies. Mm, mm, mm. 2 things people can't say they ain't do. They can't say they ain't dance, and they can't say they ain't eat. Because that was served. You dancing was served to every imaginable magnitude, and food was overly abundantly available to 2:30 in the morning. Like the dancing went to 3:30 in the morning. Like seafood, soul food, Mexican food, American food, burgers, fries, guys, like steaks, lobsters, crab leg. Everything was available on that ship. Tell people at the bottom of your name. I bet the waitress know my name. Yeah, they were dancing in the pool. Hey, Lady Snapshot, I know one video you posted. I don't know who that was swimming in the pool like a mermaid. I said, I ain't never seen no black person swim like that. She was back there backstroking and gliding through the pool and everything. I said, what is that? Swimming like that. Damn. It's in the middle of the party. She this and that this. Cook. Man, we ain't cooked since we been back. I've been door dashing like it's room service in my room or something. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, man, I really appreciate y'all, man. We had a time. The sushi, oh, I had that one time. Yes, I wanted to go back to the sushi bar, but usually the line was too long. Actually, I could have probably went back the second 2 days. The first 2 days, the line was crazy. The second 2 days, I don't think the line. I was just easily running through there to do something. I kept eating at awkward times because I was so busy running around. But did y'all like that sound system though? The sound system at the Miami Beach Convention Center. Have you ever been to a line dancing event where the sound system was better than that? That joint was crazy. And we had downgraded it actually. It was supposed to be more stuff than that. I was like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that much. Like I knew it was gonna be a big party, and that room was so big with the high ceilings in the convention center. But that sound, tell me if that sound ain't deliver. Some of y'all had to back up. It was like the front line was back a little bit because that sound system's what? What's today, Tuesday? Well, Tuesday at 1:42, streamer, they were at the day party. Remember, all the day parties started at 1 o'clock. So at 1:42, you was either on Lido, you was in the Alfred's Lounge, you was in the Henry's nightclub, you was in the lobby, or you was stepping with Durag the dancer and both. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they were doing at this time right now. Or you was eating on Lido. Okay, she said she went down the slide 3 times. Okay. She said my ankle's still swollen and my hips so. Tara said the sound system was perfection. Shrema said she was eating right now. She wasn't dancing yet. She was eating. The themes were great. Yeah, and I'm glad people didn't get too caught up in it because some people was like, well, what if I don't want to do the thing? What if you ain't have to do nothing you ain't want to do? Wasn't nobody gonna stop you from dancing, eating, drinking, or doing whatever you wanted to do. You can wear the themes. I ended up missing 2 of the themes because I was just so busy running around. I didn't get a chance to put my toga on. She said Henry's was jumping every time she tried to leave. Here comes another good song. That's why I said I feel like that was the issue. Like that's why a lot of people never got to see everybody. People like, oh, I didn't even know you was on there. Oh, I ain't see her. Oh, I ain't see him. Because most people didn't club hop. They found a party and just stayed there and rocked it the whole time. And so if you was like running from club to club, party to party, then you would have seen pretty much everybody. But some of y'all will get to a party for the night and just that's where you was at till 3. I'm staying here. Or you're end up, enjoying some of the shows on board and stuff like that. So 80s and 90s was so good. Motown was so good. Yeah, man. What's up, John? Good times, y'all. Good times. But yeah, John, I was telling them earlier, we'd probably change the format so the actual people working can enjoy the cruise more. Because I don't think none of us really got to enjoy it. So as far as the DJs, instead of us splitting the times up, we'll just have everybody rock their whole party. So you will be having time to be off. So you would DJ every other party instead of every segment for a short period of time. You just rock one. So if you DJ the day party, you ain't DJing at night. If you DJ if you don't DJ at the day party, you DJ at night. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. And so always half the DJs will be off. So that way you get an opportunity to enjoy all the parties. Cause the way it was set up a lot of times, you might have Steph in one room, John in another room, Quan in another room. And you would normally see all 3 of them dancing in the same party. And a lot of times they didn't get a chance to get that opportunity because they was always working at the same time. And so we had 10 DJs. We just gonna rock the rotation a little bit different. And it's a learning experience. They all, will tell you they enjoy themselves, but I know personally they could enjoy themselves a lot more if we were to going forward change the format. Um, she said I have a twin, so I was low key able to be at multiple places at once. Yeah, he was. He said, but you're gonna need a triplet for the next trip. Hey, I'm glad y'all can make it, man. Y'all had a good time. Y'all was on there living y'all best life. Yeah, the camo party looked good, man. Y'all was out there looking like a survival video. The little Destiny Child. Y'all was out there getting it in with y'all little cute camo outfits and stuff. But yeah, 3,000 people is a lot, man. It was people I ain't see at all. I only saw them post videos and pictures. I'm like, they was on there? How come I ain't never see them? I think I seen James and Jackie one time. My boy Ken, 15 Minutes of Fame. I seen him one time. I ain't even seen him at the beginning. He was supposed to have did the prayer for us to sell off and everything. I seen that man one time. Like there's people on there I ain't even get to see. Big Moochie. What's up, Jackie? Yeah, so many people on there I ain't even get to see everybody. Like it was crazy. And like I said, most time people, once you got to a party, you kind of they was just stay in that location. So shout out to the people that did club hop. If you party hopped, you guys probably got more of the true experience of the event. And cause I ain't even gonna lie to you, I wasn't even one of them people. I would be moving around, and then as soon as I make it to Lido, I would just be like, I'm good. I'm not gonna go nowhere else. Nikki said, I finally saw someone at the airport going home. I'm telling you, you be like, you was there too? You at the airport going home and you was partying with somebody that you ain't even see the whole. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all. There's about 30 people, and I'm watching them post like they was there. I'm like, you was there? How? It almost feel like people were lying about being there. People just taking somebody else's pictures and say, I was there too. We had a ball. We had a time, girl. I was there. And this the kind of event you can get away with lying too and saying you were there. You can just post something. I was there. Yeah, you had a time, girl. I was there. Mm-hmm. I was dancing at the airport too. I was. Yeah, I was there. Demaya said, and from her own city. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's how it's people from Richmond I didn't see to the last day. We was getting off board. Who was it? Lady, I forgot her name. She said, I feel like you've been hiding. I said, how? How I've been hiding? I hosted 2 of the shows. I MC 2 of the parties. Like I was running around. We did a celebrate. Like, it's a lot of people. I don't think y'all realize how many people that is. Like, he said they was turning up at the Embassy Suites the day after the cruise. Yeah, We stayed for a day and a half in Miami too. Kind of decompress a little bit. Yeah, they were still turning up. Yeah, man. People from your own city you didn't even see. Like, what? Where you was at? Where you was hiding at? Oh man. Yeah, it was. Now on the flip side, I feel like y'all because, like I said, when you working like the DJs and a lot of people said, you don't get the opportunity to. Can y'all hear me? Sometimes when I get a phone call, my joint go out. Y'all hear me? The 80 versus 90s was sick. Pre-party was off the chain. We packed out the Miami Beach Convention Center. Yeah, that pre-party was crazy. Like, like I said, when we sat down, with the audio people and told them what we wanted and needed, I didn't want to short the audio at all. I said it's too many people coming. This venue is too big. Because originally I was going to drive to Miami and bring up my stuff. I got 8 sets of subs and tops and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, this sounds good. But it ain't in this size space, it ain't gonna sound good. Right? Sheesh. I might gotta do something like that at the beginners ball in April. That joint was nice. So I got people blowing me up about the next one talking about let's raise money. That's a real thing. A lot of groups do that. I know SB Steppers is one of them groups that do that. They raise money throughout the year. They collect dues and all that stuff. But you can do stuff like car washes and stuff like that to offset some of the costs. I know Robert Johnson used to do that with their bus trips and stuff. You can do stuff, throw a party even, and everybody that's going on this trip can help promote that party to get you guys, make it a little bit easier and more affordable to travel to, not just, the cruise, but any big event that you all guys you want to go to. Because a lot of money can be generated from, the small intimate party. You host a brunch or a theme party or something like that, and there's 10 of y'all going, shoot, y'all raise $3,000 or $4,000, y'all can get everybody plane tickets, you know, get everybody's first night at the hotel somewhere, so raising money definitely can happen. My mom said Melissa Morgan called me 15 minutes ago begging to bring on the cruise for 2027. She said you can donate blood plasma. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Tampa loading. Yeah. So you missed the group picture. Ah, you said they was in the room unpacking. Black folks don't unpack. We supposed to live out that suitcase. Put that suitcase up in there and just do what you do. You don't unpack. You unpack after the party over. If you gonna unpack, don't unpack during no party then. She said, yeah, she was staying at our hotel saying she wished she was going with us. Yeah, Melissa Morgan must have been at their hotel. Yeah, she was at the Holiday. Was that? That was the Homewood Suites. Yeah, she was at the Homewood Suites, I think. Yeah, back in the day, man. Yeah, they from here. They local artists here. They they. My mom invited me to go see them. She's like, "We're gonna check out this group. You know, they could potentially go with us. You know, on the cruise. Blah blah blah." And they blew me away. I wasn't even expecting. You know, man. You know, all right, let's go check these dudes out. I was probably like, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I probably was like 15 to 20 minutes into the show, and I was like, looking at my mom, like, yeah, we go ahead and sign these dudes. Yeah, they can be. Yeah, I don't even think I stayed for the whole show. I already knew I wanted them. Like, yeah, this ain't nothing else for me to watch. We need them on board. However we got to do it, let's do it. So y'all can thank my mom for discovering that group. One of the guys in the group actually be at the gym with my mom. Mm. And then I come to find out uh, one of the guy's son I used to ride bikes with. I'm cool with JB. So small world. But yeah, you can thank my mom for the back in the day performances. They killed that thing. Michelle said, I also live outside the suitcase. $2,028. It's gonna be before that. 2027 if we do it. The Blue Lagoon. Oh, the Blue Lagoon. Okay. Give us a couple of months. Give us a couple of months to be announced. I think something gonna drop about November-ish. November-ish, December-ish. What's this? August. Yeah. Yeah. Give my mama about 3-month break, 4-month break. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's my cuz, Yolanda. That's my cuz right there. What's up, Chops? Guy, you come in here this joint late. You an hour and 20 minutes late. Golly. We ain't talking about all that stuff again. But yeah, man, shout out to my boy Chops, man. One of my close friends in this line dance game. He says it's gonna be a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. I know that's right. I know it could be something to be thankful for. I know that. All right, y'all. Gotta get up off here. Today, today was my son's first day back to school. Um, luckily he didn't have to miss no days being on that cruise with us because he go to a private school, and they started on Tuesday of this week today. So today was day number 1. I'm about to go pick him up shortly and see how his first day went. Um, you see, you're now looking forward to the beginners ball. Yeah, I just added 50 more. If y'all see that yesterday, I added 50 more spots on there. We had sold out at 1,500 people. I added 50 more. The venue, the train station is so huge. It's probably equivalent to that. It's a little bit smaller than that convention center we was at. So it can probably hold about, 4,000 people. I just don't want to entertain that many people. It's a lot to do. In Richmond, the hardest part about Richmond is we're not a major city like, Atlanta and Ohio, Cleveland and LA and Miami. Like our hotel situation is different. So hopefully by the end of this week, I'll put out room blocks for like 5 or 6 hotels. And then I'm gonna put out some locations for Airbnbs as well. And then once those sell out, y'all pretty much have to figure out the hotel situations on your own. And as people kept saying, bring it back to Richmond, bring it back to Richmond. That's where you from, bring it back to Richmond. But when you have an event of this magnitude, we got the venue. It's just the hotel situation is different. We don't have those type of, the last hotel we had in Richmond, y'all sold that out. And y'all saw the ballroom. We was hanging out the window. We was hanging that bar. Y'all had the ballroom like this. 850 people. We in there like this. So now, moving the event to the train station, the venue is huge, but we don't have those type of size hotels. So we're gonna do what we do, make it do what it do, and then I probably will move it to another city again after next year. It just makes it just easier to have it in one location with a big ballroom, all in one flow. Because people, I'm be real with y'all, even though I was able to reduce the ticket price for the event, you still end up spending that money. Because how you gonna get, even though it might be a half a mile, you still gotta get an Uber, you still gotta rent a car. So a lot of times y'all could be complaining about these ticket prices. Me personally, I'd rather pay $200 for a ticket. Or shit, I'd rather pay $250 if I know everything gonna be in one spot. And I can still get to restaurants and bars and food and all that. If everything is right there in one spot, I'd rather pay more money to get that than rather paying a reduced ticket price and instead they have to navigate, an unfamiliar city. But that's just me. You said we there, my brother in Philly. Hey man, that's definitely on the radar. John Woodhouse said Chicago is next. Hey man, he been talking about that too. I'm gonna get with you, man. That might be one of the radar. I had put that poll out there, and Miami had won. I had put it was Philly, I think it was Cleveland, Miami, Vegas, something like that. I don't know. And Miami had won, but I love Miami too much. I think because of the cruise, I don't know. I don't want to overdo Miami. As much as it's my second favorite city, you could never do too much Miami though. But I don't know. We gonna see. I think Vegas would be sweet too to do something on the I think Vegas would be nice to do something on the strip. Like I would want a big hotel on the strip. And then you maybe, do some dancing down there in Old Vegas down there. They got a little stage situation down there. It's a lot of options. I was just down in Vegas for my birthday. She said, thank you for taking time to take a picture at breakfast with your plate in your hand. Cleveland! We did that before. We did that cruise before. The only thing about that, we don't like that is we probably wouldn't do that again because the people think that this is because I travel so much. People think you cruise out of Orlando. Like Port Canaveral and Orlando are like 50 minutes apart. So like our host hotel was in Orlando on International Drive. But then when you get on, you gotta put 3,000 people on buses and drive on a bus on a Monday during rush hour. It turns into an hour commute from Orlando to Port Canaveral. Because if you don't know, Orlando is not on the ocean. It's a drive to get to Port Canaveral. It's far, so it sounds good in theory, but it was easier when we had that smaller group. Shayla, Charleston doesn't have a cruise ship no more. That's the cruise ship in Norfolk. So Charleston voted Carnival out of their cruise port. Carnival was dumping waste and getting sued and all type of stuff, and then they wanted to turn that port into high-rise condominiums and all type of stuff in Charleston. So Charleston no longer has a cruise ship. Like I said, I do this travel thing. I know this cruise thing. So they actually, the ship that we have in Norfolk is the ship that came from Charleston, South Carolina. Tampa's an option. We can see. We'll see. But like I told y'all on that first live I did, it doesn't matter where the ship leaves out of or where the ship goes. As long as the right people come on there to have a good time, a time is going to be had. Like this year, the storm, we had to relocate to another location. The party went on. The parties kept partying. It don't matter, we left out Jacksonville before. It's a possibility. We do Jacksonville. We'll see. But it don't matter. We can leave out of Petersburg, Virginia, and the cruise can go to Dinwiddie. A time will be had. Listen to me. If the right people show up, we can cruise the Hopewell. We can leave out of South Chicago, South Side Chicago, in the hood. And the hood will be rocking. I promise. There won't be no fights, no shooting that day. The hood will be rocking. And I say all that to say that whatever we do decide to do is going to be because it's affordable for everybody. I know some of y'all want to get these big cruise ships, which is going to quadruple the price. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to make this a thing where only a certain kind of person can go. I already told y'all that 300-400 of y'all won't even supposed to go on this cruise because I had to beg my mother not to cancel y'all because y'all got so far behind on payments. So we try to be realistic, and wherever we can get that can be conducive, as long as the ship is conducive to what we're trying to do, and we can kind of get full range and the ability to do what we want to do, we don't really care about where it's going out of and where it's going, because the battle is with dealing with Carnival, trying to figure out what they can give us for a good price. And that's what all it's about. Because we can get something real nice and then end up not selling because we can't get enough people on it, right? And then y'all gonna be mad at us. And so for something that takes 2 years to do and put together, we needed a 5-day. That costs too much. That's why we had went to 4 days. So I'm saying, like, this stuff is different when you, some of y'all so used to going on carnival.com and seeing them $299 special cruises. That's them trying to fill up cruise ships that they ain't fill up yet. But when you charter a ship, their price is their price. And we try to make it bare knuckle for affordable for y'all. That's why we didn't originally include no t-shirts, no bags, no nothing. We wanted it to be as bone dry cheap as possible to pull that first cruise off. And then, we just was winging it, to a certain extent with certain things at the end, but we just wanted to make it affordable. So when I ask you guys, when y'all be saying what y'all want, I get it. I've been on 24 cruises now. So I know what cruise ships I like and what islands I want to go to. But when we talking about doing something for everybody, shit, we might be on a 3-day cruise next time. But we might have the, but see, with that, we can just have the ability to do a party for a day or two in that city that we leave from. So just think outside the box. Whatever we do, you're gonna want to sign up and be a part of it and be open-minded. I love y'all. It's your boy Carlos. The Line Dance Prince sitting on the throne. And look, I got this is my souvenir. Carnival Conquest. We did it, y'all. We did it. We had the whole damn shit. Boy, I was sitting right there. I was sitting in that hot tub right there on Lido, right there. But yeah, man, we did it, y'all. The Carnival Conquest. The whole damn shit, baby. I love y'all. Need a layaway plan. That's what we talking about. Oh yeah, time will be had the beginners ball, man. Get y'all tickets, y'all. Might add some more tickets out there, but there will be a point where there will be no more tickets. Peace. I love y'all. Stay tuned.